once you proclaim to the universe, I want to scale, I want to grow, I eventually want to get out of the field, I have a deadline, blah blah blah. Well, then your expenses are higher. So your pricing isn't going. Your pricing has to be adjusted for each expense. I heard a podcast the other day. I was listening to something while I was waiting for an appointment, and they were talking about the need of having an office or a job site manager. So they realized that they needed it, and so they had to get another job to pay for that manager. And I'm not talking about an office manager that's getting 60 grand. They just realized that the price, I believe the price they threw out was $2,000 a month. So they just knew that they had to hunt for a job that covers the $2,000, and that's kind of how they layered in the growing. And I'm not saying that that's the ideal way, but it's a method to the madness, so to speak, right? So
Right.
you want to make sure that your pricing starts to correlate with what your expenses are, and it's expensive when you fully automate it. It can be $1,500 a month without ad costs, depending on if you do booking qualler or not do booking qualler or whatever platform you're picking. There's a lot of expenses. I mean, Jamie has the premium jobber. I think it's $400 or $500 a month.
Right. Well, it's $528 a month, right? Okay. But I'm going to tell you, I've tossed this around my head like, do I need this? And the answer is yes. I also have every single add-on feature that you can possibly imagine.
She
I
has
have
all
every
of the bells and whistles.
all of the bells and whistles. I'm on the Grow plan, which I believe is like $400 a month. They don't start off. Let me tell you, I never did start off at that rate. I started off with the very lowest tier that they have. They go by tiers, and they have three. And if once you get up to say the Grow plan and you grow into the Grow plan, you can always tell them because it says it's up to 15 users. Now, I also let people, my accountant is in there, my bookkeeper is in there, my virtual assistants are in there. Do I fill all those 15 slots? No. And if you don't have 15 employees or do it however I'm doing it, you can call Jobber and say, hey, can we renegotiate this? Their customer service is on point. So that's why I stay
That's
with them.
refreshing to hear, especially in today's climate.
Yes, yes. I've always wanted to make that announcement. So please talk to them before you just say, I can't afford this. And I'm going to tell you, I didn't think I could afford. I remember whenever Shannon told me that, you know, we use Jobber, and I'm like, what? You pay that much a month for this? I cannot now. I cannot live without it. I cannot. It runs my whole business. So to me, that's part of a business. That's just part of it, and that's why we need to charge what we charge. I
Right.
mean,
If you want a legitimate business. If you don't
right.
want a legitimate business, then that's a different story.
You want to do side hustle? There's nothing wrong with that either. Whenever you want to take that step over into from side hustle over to becoming a real business, that's whenever you need to start looking into your CRMs, and I'll always be partial to Jobber, and looking to raise your rates. That's how I did it.